Hello, everyone. So you might be seeing me for the first time here. A quick intro about myself. I am Divyansh, and I was a Based Fellow at Based Fellowship 3.0 and founder of Recess. So what Recess is? It is a platform that brings all the nostalgic games back on chain. And so yeah, that is a very short introduction about me. So I'll be reviewing some of the few mini apps that are popular on Farcaster, and we'll be doing a quick review and breakdown of how exactly mini apps are created and what are the fundamentals that are involved while creating a mini app, and how you as an individual can create your own mini app. So yeah, I'm pretty excited, and this is my first time streaming. So if I do make any mistakes, please let me know. So let me just. So yeah, the first game that playing is called Whack-A-Mole. This game is made by one of my friend from Base Fellowship only. So it's a simple Whack-A-Mole type game where you have to whack the mole and just do the high score. So that is a very pretty much simple game that's there. Now I think let's start a timer. Let's see what are the options that are in there. Let me just turn on the sound for a while. So we have inventory, we have leaderboard. Pretty good. Okay. So the reason why it's saying anonymous is because of I have not connected my wallet. So let me just break this down. What this does is, so I have not connected my wallet, and due to that, it's not calling the fetch function that fetches the Farcaster ID and details of the user. And since that is not retrieved, I am my profile is not being displayed. That is what is happening in the background for this. And let's just go back. Okay, so a good how to play. Watch carefully, strike fast, score high, avoid bombs. Okay, pretty much simple login and everything that is there. Cool, that's good. And we have two modes: timer mode and survival mode. I think let's just play the timer mode for a while. So let's just okay, let's start. Okay, pretty cool. Okay. Okay, fun game. Now, quick things that I wanted to add in this here is after a certain X interval of time, the time that is there for the mole to be present is reduced to increase competency and make it more challenging. In certain situations, I feel like this small hammer. What so since there would have been a hammer, then it would have been much more easier for me as a user to see and visualize key where I am exactly hitting. So that would have been a better thing. And let's play the survival mode. I think that is also pretty much similar to that. Okay, good. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I pretty much love the survival mode, and it is much more challenging and hard because you just get three lives, and you have to make sure that you don't hit the bomb or miss any of that any of the mole, otherwise you lose your lives. So this is also a fun element, but there are certain pros and cons of this. Like, it's a very basic mini app, fun mini app on base. What we would have done is like, what other things that we would have done is, we would have initiated a smart contract call. We would have made a smart contract that stores the score on chain. Right now, I think it's using the standard Web2 DB and fetching the FID from the DB and calling it on the leaderboard. That is what it is doing, I believe. Secondly, the time of appearance of mole should be a little longer when the challenge level increases, because for like, I don't know about the case of mobile, but I'm playing with web, I'm playing from my laptop, so this becomes a challenging part to just move your touchpad here and there and hit that. So this could have been I'm not saying this should be added, but this could have been added and would have made it much more simpler. And now, okay, so this is a very simple app. Now coming to what can be achieved, what can be implemented more, extra features, extra lives when you cast it. So when you cast your mini app, like when you have one or two life remaining, so you have the option of casting this mini app, and for that you'll get extra life. So that is a pretty straightforward mechanism. So if casting feature is true and done by the, we give give one one life. So this feature should be implemented because that would have ultimately increased the reach, because people would have casted it and shared it. So that would have been in the farcaster space. And second is, mm, mm, second would have been lifelines slash power ups. Power ups should have been where, like, certain power ups like two hammers, or maybe slow time, or maybe invincibility, etc. That would have made the game more fun and interesting. Third is, I think, customization of your own mold. So you would have an option in the customization panel where you would have the option to customize or change your own mold. Because right now, if we see that it is using the static mold, so if we go and again and play the game again, see there's this one mold. Okay, good enough. So there's just this mole, one mole. There would have been an instance where new moles could have been added. This could be done. And now if we look, what are any other things? Yeah, that is storing score on chain. That would have made it much more reliable, and no manipulation with the database. Inventory, okay, coming to life, okay, timer, okay, that is good. That will be added in the V2. Cool. So yeah, these, I think that's my feedback for this product, and that is what I believe can be done and can make this product a good product in the, and might lead to a higher reach and a higher play time. Otherwise, it's a fun game. Like, if you are bored and you just want to pass your time, you can just use whack-a-mole and just play that game. Another thing that could have been added is the co-op feature. So, co-op feature basically is like there are two people that are playing. Let's in this case example, let's take a very simple example. If me and Sidesh wanted to play and make a bet on who's going to score more in the current mode or maybe in the current instance, so there would have been a co-op where me and Sidesh put in a prize pool, and then I put in 50. Let's give it a example. uh, Two pots, like a single pot. My money that I wagered is $10 worth of USDC or ETH on base. Sidesh wagered $20 worth on base. Now this would have, sorry, 10 only. Now this would have been a summation of $20, and two chances, like first I play the game or Sudesh play, whatever riding or maybe a toss mechanism. The winner, like the person with the highest wins around $19.5 to $19. One is the platform fees. If you want to take it into a monetary aspect, this could have been implemented. So that would have made it much more fun and challenging if waggering mechanism should have been implemented, because that would have made it much more challenging between friends and a competitive and would have enraged a competitive spirit. So I think, yeah, that is it. What feedback I would like to give it to a game, but otherwise, yeah, do try this game out. It's Whack a Mole by Abhishek Singh. It's live on Farcaster at Base app, and you all can play the game. Pretty simple. Now, I think another game that we have might be playing is called Base Run. So, quick context about this game is let me just share the other tab only. So, the quick context about the game that we'll be playing next, the Base Run, is if you might have scrolled a lot of Instagram like me, so might have seen there's this ad where you have to like increase your number of people that are playing, and you like multiply, divide and everything, and then you have to eat a cake or maybe score or maybe win and compete and might reach a finish line or anything. So like that, that can be done. I mean, that is what we have seen, right, in those popular Instagram ads that are there, or maybe the YouTube ads. So that is a game similar to that. So I think, let me just share my screen. Okay, so this game is based run. I'll just disable the music. We have leaderboard, pretty good. Okay, good app. I think that is the game interface looks. It's developed in either Phaser, Godot, or maybe Unity. I'm assuming Unity or Phaser, because I haven't really seen mini apps on Godot engine, but I think I have seen mini apps on Unity. Farcaster, I think Unity has this SDK of converting Unity to Next.js, so Next.js can be made into a Farcaster template. But I think most probably this is in Phaser. So I think let's start. Okay, let's play this game. Okay, five. I am okay. No, no, no. Okay, game is okay. Got it. So what I understood on this is we have to just keep on multiplying and choose the least. I mean, choose the option that is most. What should I say? That is most profitable for us in the monetary aspect, or not monetary, no, in the long to the breakdown of this product. I think the whole mechanism based on we talk about is either, I think, Phaser, Next.js, or Unity, Unity with Next. SDK. I think that might have been used. So the game mechanism is simple. You have you your player A, two instances with mathematical operations involved. You have to cross the finish line with the highest possible amount of yourself. So this sounds confusing, but let me clear this. So you have a player, that is your main character, that is playing and running across, and you need to choose the option that is best suited, so that in the long run, when you cross the finish line, you have the maximum number of players, I mean maximum number of yourself that is playing. So like in the first instance, we have had a divide and a subtract option, I believe. So it was divide by one or and minus one, I think. So of course divide by one is most appropriate option, because that would have still led to a result of 1, and minus 1, that would have ultimately like resulted in game over or ending of the game. So till that you have to add, like there was plus 25 minus 25 into 5 plus 27, sort of like that. If there is an option to play it again, let's play it. I don't think so I can play it again. Okay, but if I do share it, okay, I cannot share it. Hmm, I don't have much chances left. Cool. So I think yeah, that is the game is pretty much simple and easy to understand. Like you have to just go and see. Like you have to take the best mathematical operation, which ultimately leads to you, like being having the maximum number of yourself in the finish line. I think yeah, the game mechanism is simple and not very overly complicated. The game, let's explore much more segments of this game, what this game does and what, like this is made by, I think, French Wars, I believe. Okay, so Trench Wars. Okay, based on we have teamed up with brain melting math kits. Okay, so they are distributing based coin on as rewards and comments. Got it. The reason why it's in a good position in Farcaster. What else can be done? They are not saving money, that would have triggered. They are not saving on chain. What could have been done better is much more obstacles to this finish line. Player customization, and what they are like, these are some of the feedbacks that I would like to give, but there are certain pros as well. Let's also talk about pros. Recast enabled to get more chances of playing. You would have to recast, which is good. Second, distributing rewards to hook players and to create competition. This is also good, because in this way they are distributing their own native token, base token, to the players to create a sense to make them play again, and which will ultimately lead to higher ranking, good ranking, I would say, good ranking and good number user metrics. So that is what they are doing pretty great. And I'm not sure what this level means. So I mean, what on what basis is it classifying this level? Like, is it like does it make any difference, or like does it make the game more tough? That is not clear. Should have added a how to play, I believe. How to play. So to be clear on what each of these thing does. Mm, yeah, I think that's it. And let me just see what else. Okay, they have a shopping store. Okay. Hmm. Do we have that much of? Do we have that much of each? Let me just check, and I'll just transfer some to my base wallet. Let's check. Okay, when I'm doing, let me just add some to my wallet. If I have, I think I never mind. I don't have $1 in each to that. So that's the main thing. But I crazy levels, insane obstacles, brain melt. I cannot find any crazy levels, and this is not a criticism. This is a feedback for a user who is obstacles and crazy levels. These two instances would have been explained way well, then that would have been convenient to the user. So I think yeah. Oh, one more game that is very popular. I believe. Just a second. Let's just I saw a game called Base Jump, which is very popular, and people are playing that game. I think a lot. I think I'll have to go to this. Okay, got the game. Okay, cool. Base jump, jump from platform to platform, collect power snipes, and avoid enemy missiles in the wood. Active jumpers. Okay. How to play? Okay, they do have a how to play. Collect each parsnip gives 100 points and triggers a super jump. The top 10 player gets Legion rewards. Fair. Okay, cool. And then let's go to the analytics section. Base news. Base news. Okay, nice. They have a partnership. They have a share boost followers as well. Good. That is good. And these are the players, I think, top players that have played. Okay, let's just play the game. Ah, got it. So it's triggering a transaction to play the game. Okay, We have an option of sensor or touch. I think I'll prefer touch. I'll prefer a touch. I don't know what just happened. Okay, pretty cool. Is that a parse? Okay, cool. Okay, good game. Good game. It's a vibe coded product, which I is not at all a bad thing in Farcaster, and the way and the level of execution is insane for a vibe coded product. The game is pretty fun. You have to jump and just collect coins and just get rewards. Now, the smart move that I like here is triggering and taking transaction for every gameplay. Unlike the base run game where you have limited chances for a day, in this you can play n number of times considering you have that much transaction and everything. So that this is a fun element that I believe is should be implemented in games in order to get reach. Now coming back to what analytics, the analytics are good. I think the score, how they are storing the score is again I think from a DB because there was no call to save score, which is I mean can be manipulated, but seems fair. I think. Now if we go back to champions, okay, we've been up to 3200 DB, fair. Okay, it's distributing rewards as well. Got it. We have more info. And we go to more info. That is how to play controls. I mean, for the controls, I'll be very honest. There could have been an option of adding using keyboard buttons. That would have been much more convenient. But let's see if yes, no, no. There should be an option of using keyboard buttons. So for people trying out any app on laptop, that's easy. Should have an option of keyboard saving score on chain, because why not? First, I think. mm, I mean, it does pretty much that is required to gain significant reach. Okay, got it, got it. It is actually storing score on chain. Now I just saw that it is actually storing score on chain. Got it. It triggers a transaction, and after that you earn a gift box. Fair. Oh, nice. Okay, this actions and great product. We'll skip to that. So this is a great product and does exactly what is required for a viral mini app. It is triggering and taking transaction for every gameplay. But okay, this is actually happening. This should have been made using keyboard to play. But apart from that, great product, great vibe coded product, fun and addictive with all the elements, with lot of on-chain interactions involved. So I think yeah, that is it. I'll just keep. I think that is it. I'll put this to an end, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for being there with me. It was very fun hosting and trying out these mini apps. And if you have any suggestions, what mini apps to try next week, please let me know. And it was all good. It was a really great stream, and I loved playing those games. And next week, I think we'll try some more mini apps and we'll give my review on that. Thank you so much. Take care, everyone. Bye. Peace out.